black circles surround you. Welcome, Contractor. You have been granted access to the Iron Wolf contract. I am Agent Normal, and I will be serving as your handler for this contract. Your target will be a member of the Yautja species, also known as a predator. I have given the target the designation of Elite 3. This is a termination contract. You are not to capture Elite 3 or transport it to any Black Circle dead drops, whether it be dead or alive. Record your encounter with Elite 3 on a personal armor camera or a drone, and I will confirm through my own sources if you were successful. With that, let us move on to the action briefing. We will be covering basic Yautja physiology, technology, and weaponry. Take note, Contractor. Knowledge of your enemy can be the difference between a swift victory and a wasteful death. Yautja are large, averaging 7 to 8 feet tall and weighing 250 pounds to 350 pounds. We expect Elite 3 is somewhere between these measurements. With an estimated deadlift of 1,500 pounds, it's fair to say that even the most average Yautja hunter will be able to overpower the strongest of humans. Unfortunately for you, Elite 3 is an elite predator, and this will affect his demonstrable physical strength. Please note that the elites of Predator Society have demonstrated an increased capacity in applicable strength, speed, and weaponry. Whether this physical dominance is the result of natural selection, advanced training, or extremely proficient biological augmentation is currently unknown. What is known is that you can expect Elite 3 to bring enough strength to bend steel, lift small vehicles, and kick down reinforced concrete. All predators exude a thick blanket of pheromones, which make them susceptible to detection via pheromone sensors. Use these to your advantage, as stealth is one of the most lethal and effective strategies employed by the Yautja. Neutralizing it will be essential. The primary society of the Yautja has mastered interstellar travel, the dangers of plasma casting technology, and the secrets of light manipulation. This has enabled even their most common warriors to wield a disturbingly impressive and varied arsenal of weaponry and tools. Most iconic of which is their cloaking fields, used in macro scale to hide their ships and installations, as well as on the micro scale to aid their warriors in hunts. The Yautja have demonstrated an almost casual use of this invisibility-granting technology. Though nearly perfect on their larger constructs, their cloaking is less effective when applied to objects as small as an individual hunter. Due to this, a bizarre air bubble effect, which silhouettes the Yautja's form against its background, is commonplace, allowing those with keen eyes to potentially track the predator's movements, even whilst cloaked. Mind that this should not be relied upon, Contractor, as there have been rare examples of personal cloaking devices used by the predators which avoid this weakness. I recommend reliance on at least 3 remote sensors, none of which should utilize the visible light spectrum. There have been several examples of liquid water being used to disable or dampen the invisibility granted by even the most robust of their personal cloaking devices. Utilize this to your benefit. However, do not be misdirected by their use of cloaking fields, Contractor. Yautja can bring extremely potent armaments to any battle, and as an elite, your target will certainly be equipped with the best of them. We will begin our discussion with blades. The Yautja have made the forging of advanced alien metals a routine. The unnaturally sharp edges of any blade crafted by the Yautja, when combined with the strength of their wielders, are sufficient to cut through flesh, bone, ballistic fiber, and even other metals. They employ these metals within staves, inside of self-winding constriction nets, ballistic darts, and various thrown discs, all making use of their signature lethal edge. Despite the wide variance in blade weapons that the Yautja utilize, There is one which is universal among all their warriors, held above all other personal weapons, are the wrist blades. Though they themselves are greatly varied in how they deploy, their lengths, and even the number of blades, observed tradition amongst the elites of hunter society has revealed to us a standard pattern. Dual-bladed, with knives that could extend anywhere between 6 and 18 inches in length, and being noted as having the capacity to fire from the wrist in a single-shot ballistic strike. The wrist blades are arguably the most iconic weapons of the Yautja. But while the Predators are undoubtedly very proud of their gauntlet knives, they are far from the most versatile and lethal of the standard weapons in their arsenal. That title can only go to the Plasma Caster. These powerful weapons are subject to a great amount of variance, and we know that they must be earned in ritual combat, meaning that these weapons are most likely absent from the lower ranks of the Yautja hunters. Expect the target to be armed with one or more of these devastating weapons. The standard pattern of Plasma Caster is a shoulder-mounted cannon fitted to a swiveling platform. This platform is linked into the Predator's biomask, enabling the hunter to aim the cannon at anything it is able to orient its head towards. This weapon has proven to be ruthlessly accurate, capable of taking the heads and limbs off of targets to a degree that either speaks to the Yautja's marksmanship or the precision of their targeting computers. Combined with its ability to moderate how much plasma is used in each discharge from the caster, and it results in a weapon that can be as precise and deadly as a sniper rifle, and as potent and devastating as a ground-to-air missile. The ammunition of these weapons appears to be finite, but all too often proves more than sufficient to complete a hunt. Some Yautja have demonstrated a willingness to forego equipping themselves with these weapons, while others have refused to utilize them despite the option being open to them. This could be due to some kind of alien honor code, or it could simply be because of the inherent dangers of using a plasma caster as a personal weapon. We'll discuss this more in tactics. Making use of the same technology, but on a far greater scale, is the Predator wrist nuke. Used only in the most severe of circumstances, a Predator may employ this detachable bomb from their left gauntlet. With only a few adjustments, the bomb can be modified to create an explosion large enough to completely eradicate 300 city blocks. All Predators carry this dangerous weapon, even the lowliest of their hunters, though the use of the device is apparently quite rare. The final, standard piece of equipment utilized by the Yautja is the biomask. Simultaneously a rebreather, voice manipulation device, recording device, face protection, and containing a potent suite of personal sensors, the biomask is worn by even the lowest of the Predators and appears to have a powerful cultural significance amongst their people. Beyond these pieces of equipment, the Yautja have demonstrated the use of advanced drones, bestial hunting companions, and even the use of active nanite technology, but these variances are less common, tending to side on the exception versus being the rule. Able to live well past 1,000 years, with minds prone to obsessive focus and predisposed towards violent outcomes, the Yautja make fearsome opponents, even for the ranks of the echelon contractors, which you most likely are not. They are masters of ambush, lords of the bladed weapon, and crafty designers of lethal technologies. But rest assured, Contractor, they can be overcome. This is the end of the Iron Wolf contract, Part 1. To proceed to Part 2, select the icon at the upper right corner of the screen. The Yautja are lethal combatants, Contractor. I strongly recommend you complete the briefing. If you would like to view other contracts that may catch your interest, feel free to sift through our channel. And remember to subscribe to connect yourself to all future Black Circle contract opportunities. Your service is greatly appreciated, Contractor. I will see you again in Part 2 of the Iron Wolf contract. Agent Normal, signing out.